Hello, my friends, and welcome back to Italy, a place to love YouTube channel. Now, today, as usual, I'm doing my weekly walk and talk where I generally share my thoughts. It's not really much about proper information, but anyway, I share my thoughts, my opinion regards things that maybe happen during the week, or for example, today I want to talk about the my one of my last videos. Okay, that anyway has been a quite successful video, and I cannot complain because anyway, if I have views, I'm always happy. But anyway, here I'm doing my walk and talk, and so basically it's about the fact that anyway I said in the video I was just positive towards the fact that anyway in Italy there are opportunities if someone wants to be successful, or anyway generally I see Italy as a good place where to live. That's why I moved back to Italy. Now, some people who watch the video, for example, didn't know that anyway, obviously I'm Italian. I was born in Italy, in the north of Italy, and I took this big step after nearly 20 years abroad to come back to Italy. But I decided to come back to the south of Italy, so not to the north, which, for example, many of us knows the difference by the television, by the news, knows that, for example, the north of Italy is more developed than the south, and so on. Anyway, these are basically the things. Here, I don't know if you can see Monte Milone. That's where I am now. I want to show you a bit of a panoramic view of the hills around. Anyway, it's a wintry day, but it's not that cold. We have maybe 12, 13 degrees. It's lovely and nice. And so on. So basically, anyway, what I want to say about the last video that I made is about the comments. Okay, so basically I got a lot of comments under the video. Some comments disappoint me a bit, some, let me say, were very positive. What did I notice mainly? The thing that I have to say is that from the foreigners I only had positive comments. Okay, from foreigners from all over the world, from Australia, from United States, from UK, they were all saying, "Oh, Antonio, I love your positive approach. Wow, anyway, Italy," because a lot of people, and in particular who follow my channel, loves Italy, so they want to see the opportunities that this land can offer, for example. And so this was very positive vibes I got from these messages, and I'm so happy because anyway my channel refers not to Italian. I'm not running a channel in English language if my intention is to be followed by Italians. I mean, obviously I don't care much if Italians are following my channel. And why I'm saying this? Because the amount of negativity, it's unbelievable, the amount of negativity that came from these comments. I have no words to describe, my friends. I seriously, now I understand that Italian people might not be happy, that they're facing a lot of problems. Maybe, I don't know. For me, there is a mindset in Italy, and I'm referring in particular to the young people, where they believe that the grass is always greener on the other side. Now, I'm happy that more than one comment under the video from the foreigners was saying, Antonio, listen, it's typical to see the grass always greener from the other side. And it's true. Maybe even myself, maybe in the past, I witnessed this, I felt this, maybe, even if I cannot even say no that much that I was obsessed by the fact that out there, I was driven personally by, I wanted to know more about different cultures. I mean, the fact that I lived abroad wasn't because the job opportunities, because I repeat, for me, if someone wants to work, he's gonna find a job anywhere, and there are no excuses. The job is underpaid. I mean, what do we expect? Millions of euro from a job? Nobody's gonna make millions of euro from a job. We are all working now. Doesn't matter if you are in Italy, doesn't matter if you are in Germany, doesn't matter if you are in the USA. Average people have average life. I mean, in the meaning that we all work, in the meaning that we all need to make money for the basics, mainly for the food, and then for the house, for the extras. Look how beautiful is Monte Milone from here. I love it. I simply love it. For me, the fact that I'm living in such a small town is priceless. Believe me, I'm not facing any of the problems that I read on the newspapers, the stress that anyway people are living in the city, far, 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 far away from this. Then, back to the topic, the grass is always greener, and it's a mindset. So people, Italians, are convinced that everywhere out of Italy is better than in Italy. Everywhere. Germany, UK, United States. Now, what can I say? Because it seems like all the Italians who are going abroad, for example, it seems like they become rich and successful. But that's not true. That's not totally true. And here I'm referring a bit to some Italians if they're gonna watch this video, for example. But that's not true. I mean, I saw hundreds of people struggling, Italians, facing difficult situations, for example, abroad. How many of the people who I met abroad at one stage in their life, abroad, they failed, and then they decided to come back to Italy? I'd say that nearly 50% of the people who I met in those years abroad, they moved back to Italy. Then another 20-30% failed badly that anyway, they didn't even last a while to say, okay, I'm going to stay abroad. Let me say, after 6 months, 1 year, they were already leaving. I'm talking about the 50% that maybe spend 5-10 years abroad and they don't achieve anything. So anyway, there is this stereotype nowadays, there is this mindset in Italian people's minds that anyway, abroad is always better. Then I know that foreigners who live abroad might have the same problem. For example, they might not be happy. I follow a lot of British who are desperately leaving UK, for example. They are extremely unhappy. So then, where is the contradiction? That I saw many Italians who wants to move to UK, for example. And then I see a lot of British who wants to leave UK. So, to be honest, I find hard to understand where the truth is. It's not easy to understand from this point of view. Anyway, how the things are. Here I have an olive grove behind me. Anyway, this is the valley around Monte Milone. I tried to record the video a few times, and then I met farmers, and then I had to stop. Hopefully, so this time nobody's gonna stop me making the video. Anyway, so generally things are positive, is a state of mind. So if I believe that things are better here, probably things will be fine. If I believe that things are better abroad, probably people will go abroad, and they will always say that things are better abroad. But then how many Italian people I met who always have to be helped by the families even living abroad, that maybe their job wasn't enough to make a decent standard of life, and parents were constantly helping financially. So I'd say we cannot generalize. That's the thing. That's the main thing. It's not good to generalize. It doesn't exist exactly sharp, exactly that I'm right or exactly that I'm wrong. Exists opportunity and a mindset. Anyway, so this is what I wanted to share with you. Then I want to share, for example, the experience of a guy that I met during these Christmas holidays. So this is a guy that I met in one shop in Venosa. He heard me speaking in English with my wife. He came to me, and with a beautiful British accent anyway, he came to me and said, "Oh, come on, where are you from?" I started saying, "No, listen, I'm Italian. I mean, I just moved here. I moved back." "Oh, wow, really?" And so then I asked to him, "So where do you live? What are you doing?" And so basically he shared to me his experience, and he said that he lives in England. And anyway, he confessed that, anyway, even having a good job, him and his wife, he confessed that, for example, okay, he missed Italy a lot. Obviously, he's not happy about Italy for different type of reasons. For example, that to find a job, you need to have connections. And anyway, about these things. But then I started talking about money, because obviously if you are leaving your country and you go abroad, is mainly to make some money, to have more opportunities. Anyway, he was complaining a lot. I asked him, at least, I mean, I hope you've been saving money by living in UK. He said to me that after 8 years, he started saving money only this year. Again, we are all different. We are not the same. So someone might be more skillful, someone might be more lucky, someone could be luckier, and so having better opportunities than another one. So for me, just to close the video, is to say that it doesn't exist a rule, that it doesn't exist something that is exactly the same for everyone. It's not like a stamp, and the stamp is the same for everyone. We all have different experiences. I mean, we all see who is doing better than us and worse than us. I mean, but if we keep looking always at someone else's field, that the grass is always greener on the other side, for me, with this mindset, we don't go far. So this was a kind of response to that video, where anyway, again, I got only positive comments and positive feedbacks from the foreigners. Nothing. From the Italian point of view, I am crazy. That's what I can say. Or maybe they say, I don't know, they always find excuses. For me, they have typical victim behavior that I don't like personally. The last thing I wanted to be in my life, and what I will never be, is to be a victim. To think that, oh, poor me, things are not well. if I'm not doing well, I can only blame myself. I cannot blame someone else because I've been unsuccessful. I'm always thinking that I can be unsuccessful, that things might not go as I really wanted. That's fine. That's fine. It was my mistake. If things are not going as I want here, for example, in Basilicata, even if I'm happy, but things might not go as I really want, and then maybe I'll be forced to move again, and because financially I might not find it anyway. Now I'm talking about as a man who has his own experience and already work a lot, and anyway has his own strategy how to make money, because it's always about the money, in particular for the Italian people, but not only, for everyone. It's about the money, but it's about anyway being happy, and I will never stop repeating, successful. We can be successful, but anyway, if things are not going as I want, because obviously things might not go, I blame myself. Then I'm always saying that if I'm doing things well and if I'm focused properly on what I'm doing, for me things can only be successful. Anyway, my friends, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me show you around again a bit more. For example, what I wanted to show you now, this is an almond tree. These almond trees are abandoned here. I mean, nobody, for example, who have the field here, now they just put the seeds of the, I mean, some fields maybe are a bit late. Anyway, these are all wheat fields. For example, where you see green, it's because they have already planted and the wheat is already growing. Even here, if you look around, in down direction, there is the dam that gives water, for example, to all Apulia region. Then here, you can see a tiny bit of Monte Milone, the church, and the tower with the clock tower. Anyway, Monte Milone is on a hill. If you come from this side of Monte Milone is from a hill. If you are coming from the other side, it's quite flat. Let me say, so it gives this impression that, anyway, it is on a hill, but on the other side of the town is quite flat. This side is hilly. Anyway, my friends, so I hope you enjoyed this video, this walk and talk. Here someone tried to build a pyramid with the stones. I'm joking. And so here they're probably not growing anything. Here they didn't plant any wheat. Anyway, this is the countryside. These are fig trees. For example, even who has this field, it seems like they just cleaned it recently. They're not growing anything this year. So I can already see, for example, that the fig tree is already putting the new leaves. Belongs obviously to the field here. Belongs. Anyway, my friends, I wish you a lovely day. From Italy, a place to love. I'm going up the hill now. So from this walk and talk. And anyway, I'll see you to my next video here on Italy, a place to love YouTube channel. Bye.